Hello, Howard Salmon once again from doodleComix.com. Here's a drawing I left with last time. It's a scribble, one continuous line that resulted in this drawing. Now this can get a little complicated, you can see, but there's a lot of intersecting lines here, and there's a lot of little shapes in here, and I could have fun just coloring some of this in. I could maybe do a on again, off again kind of checkerboard pattern, just color some of this stuff in to kind of make it a little more interesting and a little more graphic. See, with all the lines and shapes are interesting, they can get a little cluttered. So I can just choose areas, just like a coloring book, and color this in. So this is what I'm doing now. And I don't even have to follow the shapes that I've created with the initial doodle. I can color whole regions in. In art, there's a concept called composition, where you try to, or one of the compositional strategies is to balance your what are called your dark and light shapes. So I've got a lot of light shapes here. So if I want to have about the same balance of dark and light here for my art, for my drawing, I can just be aware of how I've got these shapes organized or distributed. So let's see, it's looking kind of, maybe I need some more here. I kind of like the way it's got kind of a S shape. I'll kind of reinforce that by maybe coloring in this shape here. Do a few more. Let's see, start right here. And, okay. So already it's kind of looking like a checkerboard pattern. Okay, so it's kind of interesting already. It's kind of brings to mind a checkerboard motif. But how about adding some color into this? So I've been using black and white so far. I've got a thick blue pen now. Now, one of the things I like to do is reinforce lines and shapes and just create shapes within the shapes I've already drawn. Okay, so this is already there. I'm just following edges of lines that are already in this drawing, and I'm just making them darker and more blue. Okay, so I've just outlined the shape that's already there. I can go back in and maybe color some things. Add some blue here, add some blue here. I don't even have to color in shapes. I could just start drawing again with a different color, and I'll just take the pattern out of the drawing and just make it go its own way. I can turn the whole thing into a word balloon if I like, So, like remember I said last time, I like the idea of the word balloon. I like the way it looks and the things it suggests talking, speech. And I'll go back into the word balloon and draw little hairs or whatnot on it, little patterns. And if I keep doing this, I get a really interesting graphic work of art. Let's try a little red. So I've got blue, I've got black, I've got, and now how about red? So let's add a little red. I'm going to do what I did earlier by outlining a shape that is already contained within here. I'll just find another one and outline it in red. In fact, I'll overlap. So I'm just following some lines like I'm a little ant crawling around, and I'll crawl around, crawl around, crawl around, crawl around. Here's a good one. So there's some more outlining, and I'll add some more lines here. And I've got these lines here, so maybe I want to carry them on through, kind of balance them. It kind of brings your eye, carries your eye across. Maybe some dots. Dots here, dots here, dots here. So your eye looks at dots, 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 and kind of ties it together, okay? Maybe I'll add a little swirl. As you draw doodles, you'll find that you can make a great drawing out of all sorts of little patterns. I'm going to talk about patterns in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this. Try these on your own. All you need is paper and some marker pens. My name's Howard Salmon. Thank you for tuning in to doodleComix with an X.com.